the volume a bit.
That's
That's
not
And
what
nice.
I asked.
we're
Can you
live.
please turn down the volume a bit?
Yeah, well,
Welcome. Oh gosh, hold on. I have to get into Discord and
You said shut the fuck up.
turn off my push to talk because this is unnecessary in Discord
yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely
let me just
or
help
in
him
on
really quick
stream.
because he can't get out because the dog got a slip on him. So I'm gonna turn it down myself
I
there in
actually,
1 second.
so I had to walk to Thunderbluff to.
And everyone's hearing my husband talk about Thunderbluff. It's great. Welcome to the
Thunderball?
stream.
Oh, yeah, that place is sick.
Yeah, he's
Is that
playing
a water
classic.
park?
Hey, send him my my username.
Are you playing Horde or Alliance? Oh, I don't need to push
I'm
control
Horde,
anymore.
but I can
I'll
play
share it with you guys
Alliance.
when you leave.
Dan's playing Horde, so I'll
Hell
let
yeah,
him know.
brother.
Okay, so welcome to the
Losers
stream.
Playing Horde.
This is supposed to
live.
be. Yeah, we are. It's fine. That's totally no one's watching, so it's fine. Dan could be watching, but he's not because he's a jerk. So we're basically just gonna talk about D&D and what just happened in our last episode because it was a bit much. Also, my stream is gonna be laggy. Not like I don't think the voices will be laggy, but the video is going to be because my internet just decided to take a shit. Yay! So,
Kinda cool.
right? So anyway, Kevin, from your standpoint as the DM, how did that go compared to what you expected?
I didn't expect as much fight as out of the little sass ball, Talia, as happened.
Yeah.
um, but Sish is a very evil person who has a defined set of goals that he is going to get done, and he is not going to take shit from anyone. If you've listened to the previous podcast when he showed up the first time, it was you either make this deal or I'm going to kill your entire party. There wasn't really any sort of, you know, room for negotiation, and there wasn't going to be any sort of room for negotiation with this little 12-year-old girl that's given him sass. He was there for the boots, and he was going to take the boots.
But she wanted the boots, and she liked the boots, and she did not want to give up the boots.
Well, I get that, but Sish wasn't about to have it.
I mean, he might depending. He probably will always way out level her. Also, Dan, hi, welcome to the stream. I guess.
Hi.
Um,
Hi, Dan.
no.
Actually,
So but if she ever reaches a certain level where she can actually match him in battle, he might have a problem because I suspect that is something that she will not forget.
Well, I mean, there are several NPCs out there who you could say that of, and who's to say that you may not run into these artifacts again in some sort of capacity? I mean, right
That
now, your job is working for the Red Talons, is gathering these things for the Red Talons. So, I mean, there shouldn't be any sort of I don't want to say weirdness or awkwardness, but it's like this is your job, and when somebody shows up and says, "Hey, we're here for the thing that is your job to gather," I mean, that seems like
right, but she liked the boots. They were fantastic, and she
Well, I
wanted to
get
keep
that.
them. But no,
But
that like that was
you're also way too level to have something that powerful.
oh, absolutely. 100% understand. As a player, like that was kind of the idea behind today's behind the roll is like as a player, how did we feel about the last episode? Because our characters obviously reacted. I would never actually be a snotty little brat like her, and also no,
I mean, personally, I would. I would be that. I mean, honestly, I wanted some lizard shish kebab. I mean, lizards are a
right?
delicacy. They're a duck.
Are you talking
Now,
about
hey,
Juliet?
now.
No,
No, Julie specifically is not a lizard. She's a gecko, I think. But yeah,
Oh,
come to this
Jesus,
conclusion.
really?
That's
That's
somehow
a low
worse.
blow.
But I know from my standpoint as a player, I felt like it would be a little disingenuous for me to play Talia as if she's this, all of a sudden reverent and like, oh yes, here are the boots. I'm not gonna put up a fight for these things that I really like at all. So, but like, I was cringing inside the entire time.
If you fought him,
I would have died. It's fine.
like I would fight with you. I would kill him just for killing him. Like I would give the boots. I'm fine with that. I'm just like I would like yeah. Like, I want some lizard.
Just a TPK because Talia doesn't feel like giving up her footwear. It's great.
Nah, I would spam taunt vicious mockery.
Uh, uh Blake, what your thoughts?
Warlock. Drive
Well, I had thought about stepping in and, stopping you and saying like, "Oh, these people work for us. You should give them this." But it was far more entertaining to watch you struggle along with Sish. I loved it, and I basically did not say anything that episode because of it, and I just enjoyed myself. That I indulged.
I'm a
I
good
think
parent,
it
so-
was nice, right? I think it was also important to note that Talia doesn't know Sish, hasn't had any action with him, probably hasn't heard any stories of him, so like she wouldn't have known why what she was doing was a real bad idea, like a super bad
absolutely,
idea,
and I think that needs to be a topic of conversation for the next episode.
right?
Kevin, if you ever give me a
Who was
good
that
sword, if you ever give me too strong a sword, Kevin, I'm gonna go mayhem.
It was
there-
nice to have some just absolutely insane stealth rolls though for a little bit. Cuz
Oh, yeah.
rolling a 1 and still getting a 15 was like hilarious.
Yeah,
I
that's
can just
unsustainable.
dancing light on you.
That's that's unsustainable. It's completely unrealistic. But yeah.
I have
I
to
can
say, my
cast,
favorite part was where he picked you up and ragdolled you across the room into the wall. That was so cathartic.
Wow.
You know, it's like when there's like little kids at the mall, like be like spoiled brats. You
Throwing it.
just want somebody to butter them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, it totally. Yeah. Definitely, since it kind of ended with Talia getting ragdolled and like dazed, thrown into a wall. I feel like when she talks about it next episode, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck?" So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. I am. On a from a player standpoint, also, I'm excited to go to Kala. Kala? No, not Kala. Yeah, Kala. Right?
Kala.
Blake? Yeah. I think it's a terrible idea, but I think it's gonna be great.
It's a great idea. What are you
It's a
talking about?
terrible idea.
There's clue to the egg piece there. It's fine.
It's a terrible idea because like
And you're so wanted.
oh exactly so wanted
That's
like
the least likely place they'd look for us.
maybe or the
True.
most, but
And you
also
also gotta
on the other side of the
it's probably at this point been maybe more than a year since you left Kala.
that's true.
Have our characters aged a year?
Yeah.
Talia's
Hannah-
12 now.
Or Talia did.
Oh,
I
okay.
You guys should all
Mark
probably
stuff
age
down.
too, because she's been with you guys for at least like what is it now, 8 months ish.
Yeah.
So
By the way, did anybody notice my comment about the new names you're gonna have to choose, like a second identity?
yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Third
saw that
Ferguson.
Vic's name is gonna be Vic with a K.
It's just gonna be like that. This is her personality, man.
Talia's
It's
gonna
just
stick with
that.
her. Talia's gonna stick with her just traditional Jessica, taking her childhood friend's name.
I'm gonna get us.
I don't know if
covered,
anybody's
bone
noticed
covered.
that. That was like a little thing that I did because I was like, I don't want to come up with another name, so she's just going to do the childhood friend that died when she was
Aw.
3. That's the name she's taking.
I don't know Talia's backstory, so that's on you.
Oh, there's an entire episode about Talia's backstory.
Yeah, but I shouldn't watch it because I should learn that in RP.
Oh no, you should totally listen to it. It's fantastic. Okay, I think it's fantastic. I
That's
wrote
a
it,
fun.
so I guess that's like self-serving, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's still serving a lot.
But oh god, what episode was it? It's been so long. I can't believe I've been with you guys for what nearly. It's been more than a year, right?
Yeah, of course. I've been here all this time.
Um,
Yep. By the way, speaking of time, do you want to change from Roll20 to something else, Kevin?
From roll 20 to something else. Why?
I don't know, fancy lighting effect, shadows. Um,
Uh,
you know,
you can do that with a paid account on roll 20.
yeah, but I meant like you have the Tailspire today. I think you have that new program, Aero RPG, something like that. It's also like 3D. You can like import your own mini models, like from either Hero Forge or other things, if you wanted to like change things a bit.
for those that want to
Res-
hear the tragic story of Talia's backstory, I have posted it into chat.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind too.
But yeah, how does everyone feel about Roll20? Because I just looked. I'm pretty sure I've been with the podcast for almost 2 years now, which is insane.
And you still don't like Roll20.
I don't mind Roll20 actually, but I also don't have any other experience with anything else.
I mean, it does
Uh,
everything that I need it to do, and the interface is super easy, and I love the way that macros work. So, I mean, I really haven't had any reason or thought to change to something else, really.
I
Not
mean, I
gonna
can
lie.
get that. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Roll20 because I feel it's very cumbersome, personally. I started
How
learning
so?
UX and no, there's a shitload of bugs. You keep running into bugs, be it markers not showing up, be it deleting things. You have to put the characters in a specific way, otherwise specific things don't work. You only have SRD content and you can't actually bundle edit like in Fantasy Ground or something, even if you put it from custom content. Let's see. Besides that, there is no real animations. It's very small basic stuff. Like let's say flickering torches, like add a bit of atmosphere. If you want to make a map, you're gonna give it a bit more of feel, like tinting your map, or like making like let's say there's like poison gas. You're gonna make the map be like tinted green, which I know you can do in other programs. A lot of small stuff which I personally love in this kind of stuff, but I don't know. I think Roll20 feels clunky. It's not the reason I don't actually started working there, like doing selling like art. One of the reason though is because to start selling art in Roll20, you actually have to also give them a free job, I guess. Not exactly. Like you have to like finish a complete job and then sell it there to actually be able to put your own price. I think something like similar to that line. And the thing is, it like if you notice who's selling there, they're selling like 60 portraits for like $5. That's so cheap. That's like so dumb, you know? Like it's way too cheap for what it's worth. No, that's my 2 cents on Roll20 in general.
Um, I can say I have not really experienced any bugs with it. Um, Obviously, I don't have a financial stake in trying to sell anything on it, so I can't really speak to that. Um, but as far as like poison gas clouds or whatever, I think it's really easy to do that stuff with tokens and icons. You just have to be prepared to be able to
Beforehand, yeah.
throw that in as a token.
Yeah, I mean, then again, I'm a very visual person, as for my job. So whenever I see something that looks fancy, I'm like, yeah, let's go with the fanciest graphics. Um, that's me though. I'm weird like that because that's my job, I guess. Um, I do think World 20 is very good for what it does, but I just think it's a bit dated, I guess.
I just don't like that it's in a browser. That's so annoying to me. It uses so many resources on my computer. I mean, I
That's
wish it was
too.
just like a separate program. If it could just be, if they could just install like a little tiny thing with all of Roll20's features on it, it could be a million times faster. It could be a million times more friendly. And the only problem would be I guess Mac users wouldn't be able to use it, or Windows users wouldn't be able to use it, vice versa, until they made a build for both of them.
Which there's
Uh,
really no
yeah.
incentive for them to make anything on Mac just because the adoption for Mac is so low.
Exactly. So they don't want to upset their user base. They'll stick with the browser, and it'll be shitty, like it already is. I agree with Anna. Like Fantasy
Yeah, it's
Grounds
very
or something
cumbersome.
like that are much better. But I don't
We'd
care.
also use the
I've
new
already used
ones.
in
There's like
Roll20.
really new ones.
Yeah, but
Um,
Roll20 is fine for our purposes for now, anyway.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I used to play another campaign way back on Roll20. That's why I know that Roll20 is a bit not a fan of it. Um, I guess that's my 2 cents on it. Ice cream. Um,
For my part, I don't really have a preference because, like I said, I haven't really used anything else. So like Roll20 is what I know, but I don't know.
So on Fantasy Grounds, someone has to pay $10 a month to build a campaign, and then the only way to use it for free is to play on someone's hosted Ultimate license.
Oh,
Kind
yeah,
of
that's why
sucks.
usually people they buy it together, they split the price, and you can even have more content in there, and then you just have one person who hosts and the rest just join in. Or that's why you have those new systems now. Those new website. I can look it up later if you want. There's like um new platform coming out. It's like really good. Not even 3D, 2D, which is really good. One of them actually simulates isometric, which is insanely cool.
Oh,
Um,
nice,
yeah, when you
nice.
have like you just make it in 2D, it makes the isometric and it looks beautiful. Um, to be fair though, like one of the reasons that's I think World One is troublesome is at the end of the day, you want to have especially if you're looking to amass viewers and whatever you do, that's why usually people like me who do art for streaming, I always have more people when I get into the rendering part and not when I actually do the sketches because those are the more visually enticing things. That's why you sometimes want to have more visually enticing graphics when you play, be it because you made specific maps, custom maps, you want to make it 3D, you want to try to stand out among other podcasts and streams in general. I think our sound quality is wonderful for the most part. Um, I think the story is good. I think World 20 can be a bit of a problem, especially when sometimes I end up having to midstream have to like reopen roll 20 3 or 4 times just so everything updates. Sometimes just don't say anything because otherwise I'm just gonna get the entire stream on a hold. For example, when we play, I don't know if anybody notices, I actually open roll 20 sometimes on both Chrome and something different in case one of them crash, which happens frequently. um, and sometimes pop-ups don't work. For example, opening my character sheet, a lot of the time I don't actually open my character sheet. I open up a wiki on a different window and look there at the spells and what I'm supposed to do. And I have a small text window in which I actually type the spells I have or prepared. One of the reasons I actually don't actually prepare new spells a lot of the time is because it's easier for me to remember what I have when it's hard for me to change them, I guess. Um, Again, that's my own 2 cents on using Roll20. Um, Obviously not a fan of it, mainly because of the different issues it imposes. I don't think Fantasy Ground is better because I've never used Fantasy Grounds. Might as well use something maybe newer in the future. I'm not saying that let's change immediately. I'm just saying it's worth taking a look into it, especially if you want to spice things up and have like a more visually enticing, I guess, podcast. It is because I think it's like sound and story. I think things are going great, especially since I noticed slowly everybody together is doing more and more roleplay. Can you not, please? Thank you. It's my duck. I'm raising a duck named David. Um, you are a duck. So pretty much that's my 2 cents on it. I think visually and story-wise we're doing very well, especially since we're RPing more. But I think like sound. I mean, I think visually you should maybe do something that at least works more smoothly. That is, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by like smoothly? Like less bugs?
Well, smoothly as far as it means, like World 20 is very buggy. It has a lot of things that like pop-ups don't work, rolling, it crashes a lot. As Blake said, it's very laggy. It takes a ton of resources. Um, I told you how I work personally with World 20 to make it smooth when I play. Um, as far as visually enticing, I think World 20 is a bit meh visually compared to the new stuff you can use, which are very easy to use compared to Roll20 sometimes, because I know for experience that Roll20 grids and setup can take a while to change map. You have people waiting for you to, you know, change between maps, flip them. I know certain programmers have it like an X Y axis, and you can just like, okay, I want to flip to the next map on the Y axis, Z axis, and just to make it way easier, you can just put like a map down, like a cave. You can like, okay, I want to go into this cave, you just have like a preset and like, okay, this is the next floor, this is the other floor, and it's like so smooth and seamless to
Welcome back,
move
Shane.
between maps and stuff. Ah,
Yeah.
welcome back, Shane.
It would actually be a lot easier to change maps if I didn't have so many. It would be probably a lot smoother transition if I deleted some of these old ones out, um, because it doesn't take really all that long. And I would advise maybe uninstalling Chrome and reinstalling it because I have never had an issue with
Uh,
Roll20
well,
crashing my browser.
I have since we started playing, I have reinstalled this computer 4 times, 4 different windows, used in both Chrome, Brave, Firefox, Opera, and Safari, and it's the same with all of them.
Huh. It's odd.
I mean, it's not
Have
horrible, especially on Chrome, but
have anyone else had that kind of issues out of Roll20?
No.
Yeah, I
Maybe
have.
you're just cursed.
see, Blake has it. Shane
Yeah, I
also
have the
has it,
same
but
problems.
differently.
No, I'm pretty fine. I've never had issues with Roll 20.
No, I meant you have a curse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those facts.
But I mean, to be fair, the most important thing is usually roleplay for me, so I don't mind too much. It's just my 2 cents on Roll20 because I'm not really a fan of that program. I think there's new ones. I can send it to you if you're interested in watching. I think they're easier to use.
Okay.
Again, not something that's a must. Just like my 2 cents. I was like trying to find a topic to talk about before I go. Uh,
I gotcha. I'm kind of a fan of Roll20 just for the fact that it's free.
oh, those are free too. I mean free programs. I'm not talking about money.
Okay.
And even if there was money, like it's not anything that's like $500 to buy books like Fantasy Ground or monthly pay. At most, I'm talking like $20 a single pay, which like, Among Us is gonna be like what $2, I think. Why am I so blurry? Oh well. That is 10-1. I'm gonna have to go, guys. It was very fun talking to you.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks for sticking
absolutely.
Hopefully we
around.
get time to play.
Um,
Bye bye, guys. I'm gonna go.
bye.
See you.
Yes.
So, Shane, you haven't really said much.
Playing Monster Prom.
Oh, kinda. I don't have really any
This
hot takes.
guy plays Monster Prom, doesn't invite us.
I'm not even playing Monster Prom.
Wait, then why did Kevin say you were playing Monster Prom?
Because I'm playing a game.
Oh, you're playing StarCraft 2. Oh, you need concentration for that.
I mean, not really. I'm playing like playing casual mode effectively.
So
What
we're
race are you
probably-
playing?
I'm playing Terran right now.
Oh, you
And
suck.
a
All right,
co-op
get
game.
out of here. I don't need to hear any more of that. You're done.
I mean, I play Zerg in competitive.
There you go. That's what you should be doing. You should be perfecting your Zerg rush. Or not even rush, just go for the fucking expand.
So anyway,
because I was kind of wanting to hear what Shane's thoughts about last episode were, because we have not heard that yet.
I mean, Talia is just trying to keep the boots for no good reason. So
For
it's
no
just
good,
like,
they're
I have to-
amazing boots. Of course, she wants to keep them.
I have to do secondhand parenting to tell you that you can't have the boots.
So, what? Shade, are you still on board with this whole following Runaxis thing, like, is your character honestly on board?
I mean, I'm kind of just don't really have a choice at the moment. I think. I think if the opportunity comes later, once we're more powerful and actually have leeway to do stuff, we could probably come to that decision. But as of now, I don't think we have the forces to really do anything about it.
What do you think Alunidas's opinion on that's going to be?
I'm pretty sure if we just say Runaxis wants us to ditch the Red Talons, he'll be fine.
And what evidence are you going to have for that?
I've got a note from the Harbinger.
So does he.
I will have Talia steal his, and I'll just write something down on it.
In your handwriting.
Yeah, exactly. P.S. You can ditch us now. Alunidas, thank you for your service. Runaxis is better served with you not on our team, though. That'll crush him, and it'll make him on our side.
Why are we doing this? I missed something, clearly.
Oh, well, Juliet was on board for, like, not dying, and so was Alexander for not dying to Sish in the very first couple episodes. So that's the only reason we turned evil, and neither Juliet and apparently not even Alexander are really on board with helping Runaxis at all. We're just being dragged along for this train ride.
Nice. I think Talia's in it for the killing, if we're being, like, you know, honest with ourselves. Like, that's about
Come
it.
for the power, stay for the murder.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, you know, you don't have to be working for the Red Talons to murder people. Helps.
Yeah, the only thing is that we just got Vikala and she just got the Mark of the Spider Queen. Now we're kind of committed to at least doing some of this stuff. I mean, beyond the commitment we already made back in the cave.
Plus, the entire reason she is there is because she was sent there via a vision to help the Red Talons out to recover this. There's something going on between Ruin Axis and Lolth that you don't quite understand, and nobody does at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than the fact that they're both in the abyss.
But that's a huge thing right there. That's like they're neighbors, man.
So, what else is there to talk about? I don't think there's a whole lot more to talk about. It was kind of nice that we left the place and there wasn't a bunch of the Feywild, and there wasn't a bunch of, you know, people waiting for us, I guess.
That's a bonus, yeah.
That was very kind of you. Thank you, Kevin.
Feywild's weird,
It's
man.
just the way, it's just the way the time works, man. Kevin can't control the Feywild.
I don't know. I don't want to.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think that's it. Sorry, guys. But thank you for joining us. Oh my God! I didn't even notice that other Kevin was here. Other Kevin being one of the people that I know from
Hello,
Kenosha.
Kevin.
I apologize. I was not looking at my chat, and you're not here anymore. Probably. That's fine. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. So anyway, well, thank you for joining us for the stream. If you did, probably just my husband is left watching. No, he doesn't even have it open. Wow, what a winner.
I did have it. It's right here.
Winner, chicken.
Hey, Kevin is still here. Thank you for joining us. It was fun to talk about, like, it's nice to talk about how I feel about like what my character is doing as opposed to what my as my character what she's doing, cuz obviously like I don't know about other people, but like there's a level of like what would Talia do that I have to go through when I do things. I don't know how other people play, but it's definitely one of
It
those
sounds like a bracelet you can buy at a gas station.
I feel like that could be our first merch. Uh just what would Talia do? Yeah. The answer is stab things. That's what Talia would do. No, it's definitely like I'm sure you could see it in the stream last week where just like Sish comes in and I'm just like, yep, all right, I know what Talia would do. I don't like it as a person, but like this is what Talia would do, and I want to stay true to that character. Whereas I'm not trying to like sway her in one direction or another. I'm trying to legitimately like, this is what she would do, and stick with that, and not change her character significantly.
What would Barry Bontanno do if he was here?
But yeah, so for those of you who have not seen or listened to, I suppose is a better description, the podcast where the episode where I wrote a backstory for Talia, and Kevin was like, I like it, we should record it, and I was like, okay. So we did. It's linked in the chat. I can link it again, maybe. There we go. Also, !DND, I think it's DND and not D&D, gets you a link to our website. So, check us out there. Other than that, thank you for joining us. And I think are we ready to end it, guys?
I think so.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.